Listen up, Colts Nation, because the ground beneath Lucas Oil Stadium is shaking right now. We thought we had our rhythm. We thought the offense was locked and loaded for 2026, but the narrative just took a turn that absolutely no one saw coming. After that brutal finish to our 8-2 start last year, the pressure is boiling over. I am talking about a front office move that could define the next decade of Indianapolis football. You won't believe the massive name that has been thrown into the mix for our receiving corps. This changes everything we thought about this season and our championship window. We are building this tribe together, so smash that subscribe button, like the video, and comment your city below right now. I am talking about the absolute beast that is A.J. Brown. Look, we all felt the sting when we watched Michael Pittman Jr. head out to Pittsburgh. That was a gut punch to the soul of our locker room. And suddenly, the weight of the world is sitting on the shoulders of Alec Pierce. Don't get me wrong, we love the grit that Alec Pierce brings to the field. But asking him to carry the entire WR1 mantle after losing a guy like Michael Pittman Jr. is a tall order. We need firepower, we need a weapon that keeps defensive coordinators up at night, and that is where A.J. Brown enters the conversation. Can you imagine the sheer electricity of A.J. Brown lining up for the Horseshoe? This is the kind of aggressive move we have been begging Chris Ballard to make. We know the history here, we know the connection A.J. Brown has with Shane Steichen from their time together, and that chemistry is exactly what we need to jumpstart this offense. It is not just about raw talent, it is about that winning mentality that A.J. Brown brings to every single snap. He has proven it in Tennessee, he has proven it in Philadelphia, and honestly, seeing him in our colors would be a total game changer. I look at our current roster, and I see a squad that is one elite playmaker away from being the most feared unit in the league. Why settle for mediocrity when we can chase greatness? The management has to see this. We are not here to play it safe. We are here to dominate the AFC South and make a serious run for the trophy. What do you guys think? Is A.J. Brown the missing piece to our puzzle? Or are we just setting ourselves up for another high-stakes gamble that could cost us our future? I want to know if you are ready for this kind of intensity. But wait, it gets even crazier than you can imagine. We are talking about a guy in A.J. Brown who has consistently put up Hall of Fame type numbers since he stepped onto the field as a rookie. We are not talking about some project. We are talking about a certified superstar who has never caught fewer than 52 passes in a season. That is consistency, that is reliability, and that is exactly what Daniel Jones needs to take that next step. But here is the raw truth that they do not want you to think about. We already traded away our future first-rounders for Sauce Gardner. Our war chest is not exactly overflowing with assets to go out and make a massive trade like this. It is a terrifying reality, but as fans, we have to look at the cold, hard facts. Does Chris Ballard have the stomach to pull the trigger on a deal for A.J. Brown when the salary cap is already staring us in the face with that massive $96 million contract? It is a nightmare scenario for our front office, but a dream scenario for us as spectators. I am losing my mind just thinking about the possibility of this offense if we somehow found a way to secure him. We are talking about 524 catches and over 8,000 yards in his career. This is elite production. And then you look at his recent history with the Eagles, that shaky relationship that keeps fueling the trade rumors. Is it smoke or is it fire? I am leaning toward the idea that where there is smoke, there is an opportunity for us to strike. We need someone who can dominate the middle of the field and stretch the defense vertically. And A.J. Brown is the embodiment of that physical style of play. It feels like the stars might be aligning, even if the math looks impossible. Do you trust the process, or is it time for us to demand a shift in strategy? Let's keep it real. The competition is getting fierce, and if we do not bolster this receiving group, we are going to be left in the dust. We have rookies like Deion Burks coming in, and while he is intriguing, relying on a seventh-rounder to save our passing attack is a recipe for disaster. We need a veteran presence, someone who has been through the wars, and that is why names like Keenan Allen or Stephon Diggs are popping up as the realistic alternatives. They are the professional route runners who know how to win on third down. But let's be honest with ourselves. Are they moving the needle enough to win a title? That is the question that should be haunting Chris Ballard every single night. We are at a crossroads. We can take the safe route, sign a veteran, and hope for the best. Or we can swing for the fences with A.J. Brown. I want to see the fire in this team. I want to see a squad that acts like they belong at the top of the mountain. If we look at the redemption arc of this team, it starts with making bold decisions. If we bring in a guy like A.J. Brown, the pressure on Daniel Jones dissipates because he finally has that go-to-target who can win every single 50-50 ball. If this works, we are looking at a top 5 offense in the entire NFL. If it fails, we are in a massive hole. That is the nature of the beast in this league. You either go big or you go home. I know I am tired of waiting for the pieces to just fall into place. I want to see action. I want to see the front office make a statement that the Colts are back on top of the food chain. Are we being too optimistic? Or is this exactly the kind of energy we need to shift the culture in Indianapolis for good? Seriously, I am sitting here looking at the numbers for A.J. Brown, and it just doesn't make sense that he is even a remote possibility. Yet here we are, talking about it like it is the missing link. It is unbelievable how fast things change. One day you are comfortable with your roster, and the next day you are staring at a headline that could shift your entire strategy. I have a theory. I think Shane Steichen is the key. He knows exactly how to utilize a talent like A.J. Brown better than anyone else in this league. If he is pounding the table for this guy, you bet your bottom dollar that Chris Ballard is at least listening. This is the insider vibe we talk about, the connection that goes beyond the stat sheets. We have been burned before. We know the pain of high expectations, but that is what being a fan of the Colts is all about. It is emotional, it is messy, and sometimes it is absolutely incredible. Think about it. 3 Pro Bowls, 3 second-team All-Pros. That is the kind of hardware that changes the culture of a locker room overnight. I am not saying it is easy to pull off, but I am saying it is necessary if we want to be taken seriously as Super Bowl contenders. We need that physical dominance, that edge, that swagger that A.J. Brown brings to the gridiron every single Sunday. You can see it in his eyes, he plays with a chip on his shoulder, and that is exactly the vibe we need in the locker room right now. We need guys who play like they are fighting for their lives. We need guys who refuse to back down from anyone. We are not just building a team, we are building a legacy, and that starts by putting the best talent possible on that field. I am all in on this dream. Are you? So, here we are, staring down the barrel of a massive off-season decision that could dictate the fate of our team for years to come. Whether or not we land a blockbuster name like A.J. Brown, one thing is crystal clear. The front office knows that standing still is the same thing as moving backward. We have the leadership, we have the coaching, and now we need the personnel to execute the vision. I want to see your fire in the comments below, tribe. Are we winning it all this year? Or are we being let down by the same old story? I need to see your passion, I need to see your predictions, and I need to see your loyalty to the Horseshoe. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is a sanctuary for the real ones who live and breathe Colts football every single second of the day. Keep the energy high, keep the discussion civil, and let's keep pushing for what we deserve. We are the heartbeat of this team, and our voice matters more than any expert on television. If Chris Ballard is listening, he knows exactly what we want. We want banners, we want dominance, and we want to see the Colts feared once again across the entire league. This is our year to prove everyone wrong. This is our year to rise from the ashes of last season and show them that we are still the kings of the AFC South. Keep believing, keep pushing, and never forget where your loyalty lies. We are the most passionate fan base in the NFL, and we will carry this team all the way to the top. I cannot wait to see what happens next. Stay loud, stay proud, and I will see you all in the next update. For the Shoe.